Welcome, world, to the world of African biographies. On this channel, we discuss, get to know, and learn more about African legend. I'm talking about experts in sport, icons in music, scholars, and sportsmen, and so much more, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share. And now let's get to know today's legend. And today's legend, by Kitty, it's none other than Msawawa. Hmm. If you were born in the 90s, or if you were born in the early 2000s, then you probably don't know him because you were a child. But if you're a 90s baby, you definitely know Msawawa because he was very, very big in the early 2000s, together with his fellow musician brother Umzambi, yeah, which I did a biography for. So you need to listen to that biography. Okay, Umsawawa rose to fame in the early 2000s at the age of 10 years old, making him the youngest Kwaito recording artist in South Africa. Here are some quick facts about him. Name Siboniso Dlamini, born 7 July 1989. Yes, which makes him 37 years old today. In Claremont in Durban, KwaZulu-Natal. That's his birthplace. Nationality, of course, is South African. And the parents is Ike Leonard Dlamini, who's his father, musician, record label owner. Occupation is a businessman, philanthropist. Years active since 1998. Partner. He has a partner. There was Angela Gwala and label Msawawa Music Productions and siblings Obed Dlamini. Now, his personal life, his father, Leonard Dlamini, appointed himself as Msawawa's music manager, but the Kwaito Kid star fired him, which most of kids, they fire their parents. I feel like at some stage when they get matured, the relationship between the parent and the child, I think the lines can be blurred and it's hard to set boundaries because this person is your manager, but at the same time, they are your parent. So how do you define the lines now? Like, how do I answer you as you my manager or you my mother or you my father? You know what I mean? So many kids, especially like in the Disney era. But anyways, his father's name Oscar Mlangeni. Oh, no, no, no. He fired his father. He asked his former manager, Oscar Mlangeni, to take him back in 2002. Kwaito child stars Msawawa and Mzambia broke into the music scene in 1998 as Kwaito duo. They released hits together, including Waunga Kanani and Ezola. They were later discovered by the owners of Bulldogs Entertainment, Nimrod Ngosi and Oscar Dlamini Mhlangeni. Oscar Mhlangeni. He and Mzambia were on a United Nations mission together with children from other parts of the world, which explains his philanthropic side. Kanani hitmaker has released albums and many hit tracks. He has also worked with Ntsekeleke on the song Big and Small in 2004. He released the single Izinjazam featuring Rosa Fakude in 2017 and another single Bayeza under his record label on 22 July 2022. He also worked on a song with DJ Bongs featuring Noiste and Terence the Poet titled Lemfundo and has been in the music industry for over 20 years. Oh my God, he's been around. Now, when it comes to his education, Msawawa attended a Joel's High School in Malvern, east of Johannesburg. He made news for ditching school and was absent from school for 57 days in 2007. Now, you must remember that as a child star, you still need to finish your education. So, Msawawa, he was a recording artist and he was like performing and touring, but he also needed to make time for school because that was important. So they didn't give him, like more than I think 3 gigs a day because he needed to actually do his homework, go back to school. And I remember him saying, interview with MacG, that at school he used to buy people lunch, even the teachers. Like, you guys are taking advantage. Like, what do you mean? He's a child. Why, as a teacher, as a grown up, you're getting paid to do your job. You have money, but you expect this child star to be buying your lunch. Pretty crazy. But yeah, that happened to him. And I'm not sure if he minded, but that it's giving user vibes. But anyways, his father, he bought a Mercedes for him at 14. Of course, you can't drive in South Africa if you're 14 years old, only when you're 18. So that's the father's car at that time, maybe for 4 years, and after that, someone can drive the car. But many, many, many parents, they do that. Msawawa was a young choir recording artist in the country. After he shot to fame at the age of 10, he is still inundated with questions from young people who want to make it in their showbiz and want to be stars. Msawawa say, you must just believe in yourself. Do not always try to be someone else or copy something that has been done by someone else. That is what I always say. I think I would ask for his advice as well. So, but of course, when I was looking at Msawawa, I mean, he's not really far from my age. So when I was enjoying his music when I was younger, I didn't really think about the business side because we were just kids and enjoying music. But now that I'm older, I'm like, this was a kid. I wonder, like, if he got exploited when he was like, I was so worried when I was doing like my research on him. I was like, I wonder if people didn't take advantage of him because 8 years old, 8 years old, you can't even fend for yourself. You are a kid. Even at 14, you are a kid. At 18, you are an adult, but still, you are a kid. Ah, Jesus Christ. The things that people face. I mean, so many artists have been exploited in the music industry and they've come out and said that and they're older. But how about an 8-year old? That is just kind of broke my heart a bit. I decided to use my name for meaningful things, he adds. His Msawawa Youth Foundation is a non-profit organization that was started in 2016. The foundation donates school uniforms to children from poor backgrounds. He runs a feeding scheme, and the Msawawa Dance Project finds and nurtures talent in rural areas. If you want to build a legacy, you have to build from scratch, he says. Msawawa has streamlined projects within the foundation. My big move with the foundation is to open a youth center in Claremont, he says. Well, people might feel like they know him well, but they don't. People see you on stage and in clubs, then they think you don't kneel and pray. Growing up, I realized that the person I should worship is God. I'm very strong in prayer. I do everything in prayer, and I'm very spiritual a person. I mean, it's been rumored, to go and visit Sangomas and, to get a big hit and all of that. And he denied those rumors and just said he just prays. He just prays, and everything that has happened to his life up to now, it's because he prayed and he believed in himself. I've noticed about Msawawa is that he likes to wear shades. He's that guy that is into shades. Like I feel like I don't know what made him like. If when he's far away, he looks like Tusombedu, but like when he's near, then you can tell. Okay, this is not too, of course it's not true. So both I like them, but it definitely likes shades, and I really don't understand why people wear shades. Like, I don't understand, why do you wear shades indoors unless you have a blue eye or you're trying to hide something, but okay. He's not only a singer, he's a songwriter from his enchanting choir music. His music is a blend of kwaito and gospel elements. Despite facing personal struggles and hiatus, Msawawa has made a comeback, exploring genres like amapiano and releasing new music, including the single Izandla Pezulu, which was released in 2024. He grew up in Durban, South Africa, facing, tough childhood with poverty and family struggles. He found solace in music, singing in church choirs and local groups, which led him to pursue a music career. His breakthrough came with Waungakana in 2001, cap to catapulting him to stardom. And to be honest, I like what he did because he said that he's a father. With his money, his father did not exploit his money. He saved his money, and then he used that money waka ekaya, to build his family home, and that's beautiful. Because when shit, okay, when Sid hit the fan, if you know what I mean. He wasn't homeless. He had a home to go to, and proud home, because his father fixed it and there was a car. So he was not just, out in the streets. His family took care of him, which is good. Like, guys, when you make it, make sure you fix your family home. You have your own home, you have your own cars, you have your own furniture. Whatever happens, you're not out there homeless. You know how sad it is when you hear artists like they're homeless, they don't have anywhere to go, they're hungry. Like, invest, invest your money, invest your money. Now, his hit Wonga Kanani was produced by South African producer DJ CZ, who played a significant role in his early career. Msawawa and Vukani have a music collaboration, with Vukani featuring Msawawa in his song Aslali. They've worked together on other tracks, showcasing their chemistry in the music scene. Their partnership seems to be focused on creating music, particularly in the dance and kwaito genres. Sawa's relationship with his parents was complex. His mother was supportive of his music career, but his father wasn't keen on it initially. But I must say that his father protected him. Growing up in a tough environment, Sawa faced challenges, but music became his escape. He faced financial struggles due to poor management and overspending, which is what I was worried about. He opened up about losing millions, citing mismanagement about his team and lavish spending on cars, houses, and parties. This led to a period of reflection, and he's now focused on rebuilding his career and finances. Our most successful album is likely The Hurricane 2001, with hits like Waungakanani and Omnyama, which is the album that catapulted him to fame as one of South Africa's youngest Kwaito stars. Other notable albums include Home Sweet Home, which was released in 2003, Sibalukulu, which was released in 2015, and Bayeza in 2022. Yes, and so has performed for, big presidents like Nelson Mandela, because he was around that time. I mean, it was around the time when Nelson Mandela was still alive. He was part of the lineup at the 4664 concert in 2003, a tribute to Mandela's fight against HIV and AIDS, held at Cape Town's Greenpoint Stadium. So has performed at prominent venues, events, like South African Music Awards, various locations, Sun City Super Bowl with his Northwest Province, Nkosi Albert Lutuli International Convention Center is in Durban. So enjoys traditional South African cuisines, particularly pakulo, which is sour porridge with meat and vegetables, and isiXhosa style braai. But by Q, Msawawa style is a vibrant mix of streetwear and traditional South African flair. He often rocks bold, colorful outfits with statement pieces reflecting his Kwaito persona. Think bright colors, trendy sneakers, and a confident vibe. Don't forget his shades, guys. His shades. Msawawa was rumored to be married to Angel Gwala, a businesswoman, and they've been together since 2015. He denied that. He denied those claims that he was ever married, but he did say, like, he saw someone that he could build a life and he tried, but it never worked. Kunzima kwa relationship. They had some rumors about their relationship, but they seem to be going strong, says another article. So face exploitation in the music industry. Particularly with his management and record label. He opened up about taking advantage, leading financial struggles. He felt his royalties were unfair and lacked transparency, common issue with many artists. He started dancing at a very young age. Actually, he was discovered for his dance. He was doing traditional dance, and when Uvugani saw him and he spoke to, his parents, they said, no, 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 no. He doesn't do, like, your contemporary dances. He's a traditional dancer type of kid. And he was like, no, I will teach him. And that's how, they built a relationship, and they've hustled and hustled and hustled until he was like super, super, super big. Now, he was influenced by his surroundings. In Mbeki Township, he grew up dancing to Kwaito and traditional music, which shaped his style. And we thank Bugani for that. Um, He popularized the Kwaito shuffle with smooth moves and footwork, influencing many. His music videos they showcase his signature style, incorporating storytelling and, of course, energy. Now he started presenting on TV, hosting shows like Live Amp on 2001 and The X Factor as he was a judge. So he is like a little bit like Zambia when it comes to presenting, because Zambia also presented, so I feel like they did similar things. Now when it comes to the Msawawa in the world, he says that his father, I mean, he is scared to talk about it, like he's very scared. Even Uvugane said that, but Uvugane was very, candid about it. He was opening up, um which is sad. Artists are supposed to get the royalties. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He won Metro Awards. We see them winning these Metro Awards and stuff, and we think the life is not ism tabelele, but they face a lot of hard stuff behind the scenes. Now he fought with E Bulldog Entertainment, and his father helping him because he was like, okay, I see my son doing all the work, but no money is coming in, and lawyers were involved, and he won that fight. He won that fight. Big ups to his pops for protecting his child from not being exploited. He was still going to school, like as I mentioned. Now, when did he start dating? At age 14, he started dating. That was his first time actually having a girlfriend. And he broke his virginity around that time also. That is interesting. He was still a kid. 14, you were a kid. Um, he owns a car wash now. I think that's how he's trying to stay afloat, you know, make sure that he's financially independent, like he's not starving. And he's saying that he's creating job opportunities. Um, Vugani went with other people. Oh, yes. He owns the car wash and Chisanyama. Now, when it comes to your relationship with Vugani, Vugani is the one like who found him as a child. They hustled together and did a lot of stuff so that they can get money and he can get him on the map. And he was huge. His parents called Vugani and was like, okay, we're working with these people now, the new people that Msawawa was working with, and you must not call here anymore because you are not needed. Guys, that is heartbreaking. Like, that is super, super heartbreaking. I don't know what Umsawa was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking, but yay. Hey, and Nuvugane went with Uzola and worked with other big artists, kind of like Police Nleba, you know what I mean? He went on with other people, and even though he was brokenhearted, and Vugane does not drink alcohol, which I feel like he was like a good mentor for Ulanduza. I feel like Vugane was a good mentor for Umsawa, like because Umsawa he would drink, but I feel like to have someone that is sober minded and managing you is a blessing. At 20 years, he went home and invested in businesses that are special to him. He opened a club, Msawawa's Corner, and he employed people. He wants to open job opportunities for people, but he's busy in KZN. And that is it for Msawawa. Please like, comment, and share. And I will see you guys on the next biography, which I think I'm going to be doing a Brown Dash. But you know what? Stay tuned.